We spent $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
I have seen the video by Congressman Scott Perry, and it's no news to me. For those of us that are avid readers, we all are familiar with the book, The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. That book was written by John Perkins. In that book, he clearly explained the sabotage of the West when it comes to third world country, how they get them into debt, how they fake aids just to destabilize the country and take their resources. So it's no news to me. For those of you that are catching up, what that man alleged in that video, what he alleged is nothing far from the truth. It's nothing far from the truth. He said that the United States, through USAID, has been sponsoring terrorist insurgencies in Africa, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, and some other countries. The one that hit home for me was the Boko Haram insurgency, because I am Nigerian, I am African, and I saw how Boko Haram destabilized West African countries. I saw how they destabilized Nigeria, destabilized Niger, destabilized West African countries. And to now understand, allegedly, that USAID has been the backbone, has been the sponsor of Boko Haram is overwhelming. That is what if what he's saying is true, is fact. Because when Boko Haram attacked a school in Nigeria, a girls' school, and kidnapped, took over almost 300 girls, their parents were worried. Up till now, some parents they haven't even seen their daughters. Social media, on the news, everybody were quick to put up a hashtag, bring back our girls. Obama had a placard, bring back our girls. Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, had a placard, bring back our girls. And so many dignitaries, so many celebrities had a placard, bring back our girls. To now find out that the USA is involved in sponsoring this terrorist sect, this Boko Haram insurgency I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. These people are two-faced. In public, they act with empathy. And in private, hell yeah, let's sponsor these terrorists, kidnap more girls, destabilize the country so that we will reap the reward from resources and from the sales of ammunition. How devilish can one be? If what Scott Perry is alleging, if it's true, that is the most evil, the most heinous thing you can ever do. Pretending to show sympathy, but while in the back, carving the back with a knife. Just basically what this man said in his book, in the 48 Laws of Power. Hide your iron hand in a velvet glove. Be soft, but at the back, show your iron fist. Strike with your iron fist, rather. This is no news to me because I am previewed to some information and some knowledge. But come to think of it, the USAID, who does it benefit? You mean the US just love us, the third world country, so much that they are offering to help us out of economical hardship. They've been helping us for years out of economical hardship. And Africa is still the same way it was. Even worse. What kind of leprosy help is that? You've been helping a nation for years, spending billions. How much did that man say? They were sending like over $800 million every year in the form of aid. But the countries you are sending those aid to are worse than where you than where you met them. How is that? How does that add up? How do you make sense of that? And I also want to say that man, Scott Perry, should be protected. I don't know if he has any political agenda for disclosing such news, because like we all know, though the state is considered a free country, some information or some politics are usually classified, so it doesn't get out to the public. But I would say that man should be protected. Also, Donald Trump is a Republican. This congressman is also a Republican. I will also add that Donald Trump should also be protected. Elon Musk also should be protected. Even though they have their own hidden agenda, but the truth is far more important. If you have an agenda and you come out speaking the truth, you should be protected, no matter what your agenda is. And I'm sure that a lot of people around the world can now see the reasons why third world countries are finding it difficult to get out from the ditch, to dig themselves out from the ditch, because of the sabotage. To the world you are assisting, you are sending aid, you care about these people, you care about their welfare, you care about their economy, but behind you are sponsoring terrorist group. To destabilize the economy. You can't serve two masters. You can't be in two sides. When a situation is polarized, you either be positive or negative. You can't be both positive and negative. It's not possible. It's either you are sabotaging us or you are helping us. And if truly you are helping us, we will see results. We will see progress. We'll say, okay, all these years, we've been sending $800 million every year to these countries. Oh, look how far they've gone. Look how far the progress in the country. But there is none. We are worse than when you first came, when you first started aiding us. We are worse. That means you are on the other side. You've been sponsoring those that will sabotage us. And later, a lot of Westerners will complain and say, Africa, we've been helping Africa all these years. What has Africa amounted to? Why are you immigrants? Why are you guys coming over here? Why can't you stay in your country? We've been donating, but your donations, like we clearly know now, allegedly, your donations has been going to our destruction. You've been donating or starting or creating terrorist organizations to destroy us in the guise of aid. If you want to look at this situation from a realistic point of view, you need the aid, not us, because we have the resources. We have the resources. You are interested in our resources. What is the point of aid? If you are buying our resources at a fair price, you bring us to sit at the global table. Make us permanent members of the UN. Why do we need your aid? You, in turn, we need our aid. You need our help. You need our resources. You need our cocoa. You need our rare earth metals. You need our gold. You need our diamonds. You need our agriculture. We don't need your aid. What is paper money? Can be printed. Paper money has no real value. The man that owns the resources dictates the value of that paper, just like what Mansa Musa did. Single-handedly crash the stock price of gold because the source, because he is with the source. So what are we talking about? Donald Trump, I want to commend you. Cancel every aid coming to Africa. Focus more on your internal affairs in the US, which you are doing, and it's good. It's commendable. I believe when US stay out of other countries' affairs, the so-called third world countries will begin to grow, begin to spring up. We've seen the Arab Spring. We want to see the African Spring. Is it forbidden to have the African spring. We are due. It's our turn to spring up. This constant sabotage must end. My people don't like to read, because if they've read that book, The Confessions of an Economic Hitman, they will understand that this right now is no news. It's no news. In that book, that man explained. By the way, John Perkins is 80 years old now, so he has nothing to lose. That man explained step by step how they go to African countries, get them into debt in the disguise of we are coming to help. We are coming to help your economy grow. Get them into debt, and then they start to loot left, right, and center. It's no news. This is old news. And the funny thing is, no African leaders come out to say, oh, so these people have been sponsoring terrorists against us. The Nigerian president hasn't held a press conference to address this. The West African president, they've not done anything. It's either they are complicit or they are scared. It's either one or the other. It's either they are complicit or they are scared. Do you know how many people have died in Nigeria because of the insurgents? Do you know how many people? Life wasted like that. Life wasted. Do you know? Not even Africans. Not even Africans. Do you know how many American soldiers died in Afghanistan? Do you know how many? Do you know how many soldiers have their arms amputated? Because they were going to fight a terrorist that were sponsored by their own government. Oh my God. That's the worst. The betrayal of your own people. It's sickening. It's sickening. All for what? All for what? For money, for paper. Life is short. Yes, you live 80 years, 90 years, you're gone. Human life is more valuable than money. You can always make money, but you can't create a human. You choose to risk the life of your citizens just because you want to control another nation or you want to tap into their resources. Where's the logic? Whose interest are you serving? Is it your personal interest? Is it the interest of the nation, which clearly you are not, because you are sending your sons to go die in the fields? Is it the interest of the third world nation that you are helping? No, because they are still third world. They are still poor. They are worse off. You have to decide where you belong. I think you are fighting for yourself, your personal interests. These are all sadistic behavior. You gain pleasure from seeing people die and seeing bloodshed, from seeing Africa going down every day. You probably jack off to that. That is sickening. And you should have your brain reassessed. We are still following the news. I'm sure more will come out. More will come out. They said, cut the grass and the snakes will appear. Donald Trump is trimming the grass right now. And I can see the snakes. They are appearing. I will end on that note. See you on the next one.